You guys ready? Have you dressed? Are you in your sports attire?
Maybe.
Let's see. Ouch! Have Victor Allen's new sports. Hope you dressed appropriately. Sports bras and jock straps. Don't forget your Loterman cream. Tennis shoes, damn it. Get ready. Here he comes, rub his hand to make a wish. The ladies call him sexual chocolate. It's time for sports. And here's Vic! Yeah!
It gives you a break right now because you're still trying to choose between walking along the water with a fruit basket or partying in South America. I like the choices. I can't wait to see what the votes are. You know, I just looking forward to that, man.
A Uruguayan.
Yeah. I love
We don't even know, but it sounds kind of good, doesn't it?
it. It sounds good, man.
A Uruguayan.
Right. All right, man. You know what? A lot went over the weekend, man. And I don't know. I bet you any money Mario didn't watch this. Did you watch the best pound-for-pound boxer over the weekend?
No.
See, now you're getting right to my point. So, literally, when you say two undefeateds come together, you think about what's better in boxing, the hype or that you pound for pound. Well, I found out that there's been a lot of pound for pounds, but do they make the money and do they equal it to the hype? So, of course, for those who are following, the welterweight division was defended by Terrence Crawford, who was 34-0, and Jose Benavidez at 27-0, now 27-1. So he basically, or what they call is, to me, was a disadvantage. Now, I'm not trying to get into the fight as much as who won and lost. Somebody was going to lose no matter what. And, of course, Jose already having problems with his right leg. If you could look over and see it above his knee, a couple of years ago, he was shot and shot in the knee. And they actually had said that he would never be the same again. But when you see the hit, guess what goes first?
The hit.
The hit and that right
Wow.
leg, it drops. So they were commenting on the whole thing, and I wasn't, I wasn't trying to say, hey, man, it's tough. He's going to get in the ring knowing that his knee is going to be a disadvantage and he's immobile. All right, cool, you got that. That's not the point. There was no hype to this fight, and you had two undefeateds. And so my whole point is, I think somebody is taking more hype for losing. Now, isn't it true, Mario, that you would think when a boxer just loses a big match, they tend to go into hiding or they tend to refrain from being out in the public, right?
Yeah.
All right, if I could ask you something. Do you remember the last time Conor McGregor won a fight? Just ask.
Well, I didn't know him back then.
But if
Since I became aware of Conor McGregor,
right,
that might have been that sign.
right,
But ever since I became aware of Conor McGregor, he's been losing.
right.
So he came over in this world, all of a sudden it's bing, bang.
Right. So I'm not. My whole thing is that this is probably one of those things where I thought Floyd Mayweather was kind of like the genius of promotion and marketing as it relates to how he goes about selecting his fights. And there's a rumor already, there's some talk going on with another fight. I want to get into that to probably next week when they get beyond the, is it just talk or is it just being inflamed? This is the first time I could say a boxer who doesn't win is winning. And the reason why I'm saying that is you know that when all of a sudden you could lose, and when do people go, I'm going to go mimic what you do, even if you lost? Well, I want to show you guys the Conor McGregor's strut. Now, that's a strut right now. I just want to let you know. Look, see what I like what he's doing is, he's got this look. Well, I'm looking at all of you
Maybe
guys.
that's what the NFL players were doing. There was this one moment where I was trying to figure out what they were doing.
Well, I want you to take a look. Why don't you just go on and just
I don't
compare?
know, that's not what it makes me think when I see him do the strut.
Wait, well,
It makes me think.
well, tell you what, go to the next
You might
subject.
have a little lesser of
Just
a
go to the
sphincter
next.
tone
Just
than
go to the next subject, and you can understand that there is this behavior that is now catching on. That even when you lose, you exact the Conor McGregor strut. So all I'm saying, dude, is
check the sphincter tone.
all right. So wait a minute. Now, recently, Conor was in the Dallas Cowboys huddle. He was on the field. He was hyping them up. They put a football in his hand, and it didn't go well. I'm not going to get into all that. I couldn't find the actual video
footage. How did
footage.
he get in the Cowboys huddle?
What am I saying? Okay, I'm going to show you. Okay. See that? See that? See what I'm trying to tell you is this is the first time I've watched people in boxing, where it's Muhammad Ali or anyone else, or Floyd. They're geniuses because they are going to win. Can you recall when you go, you can't remember the last time Conor won a fight, but he's getting all this hype.
Before I was aware of him. Yeah.
Right. So I'm saying they're imitating. So my topic is, this is my topic, is it during the Conor McGregor, boxing is not about winning. It's about establishing your brand. I actually said when losing doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So my whole point is this, will this change people? Because when I looked at the purse, and I can't remember the purse for the Terrence Crawford fight, it was kind of low. It's not pay-per-view. So how come more people are interested in Conor McGregor, who's been losing, than two undefeateds? Mario, you're expert in it.
Because he has the swag.
He got the swag, right? He got the swag, right? So this was
That's
getting
right.
So is there a change in the guard about the fandom as it relates to Puritans in boxing, that it's not about you being undefeated? It's about what you bring to the table that people can actually appreciate even in losing. So losing can become a success story depending on how you frame it. Is it that Conor don't give a damn? Because literally, when Conor loses, you know what? It's not the same. Dude, it's not the same. He just goes, okay, well, I'm going to talk some shit. Excuse my language, you guys. But he's still going to do what he's doing. Will this man continue to be the phenom while he continues? Because
no.
Okay, oh, so you think it's done?
No, I mean, you keep losing, it does burn out.
Okay. Next fight now.
I mean, they can only watch you get your butt whipped so many times. You might be able to milk that 3 or 4 times.
Right.
I don't know if you could work it 5 or 6 times.
Okay. Then I'm going to use a comparison that why did this catch on so well? And Mario, let's go to the next subject. And how come somebody from a winning Super Bowl team, this doesn't catch up? How come Antonio Brown, why don't people want to emulate his swag?
I'm not trying to attract people to my ass.
I'm just saying, man.
Some people are.
Why?
Some of y'all are attracting ass attention. I don't know. I mean, I can understand it. It's all doesn't necessarily mean anything. Doesn't mean anything about you, whether or not you are gay or anything. You just may want ass attention on your ass.
No,
Folks are paying attention to your ass.
Now, wait a minute.
And I'm wondering, I see Renee out there. She might be one.
You know, wait a minute.
Miko.
Let me be fair.
Bunch of Victor's group.
That's jacked up. Let me be fair.
Some of them just want to be, you know,
they cannot emulate this because
ass. It's about ass.
No, wait. He actually scored a touchdown. This is 2017. And as soon as he did the dance, they penalized him. So no one can go back and keep doing it because then it penalizes the team. But that shouldn't matter to the general public or anyone else. They go like, hey, let me drop it like Antonio Brown.
The public does care about ass. It's
okay.
Increasingly more ass-centric.
Right.
And as we see it, people are now focused and aware, and now the NFL has their own twerking folks.
All right, man.
Next thing you know, once Vic does it, then you know.
No, bro. It's not happening.
I just went up the chat. I can see the chat is already, even in the Vic Allen's Facebook group.
No, man.
Nico and all this. I think people are starting to have a movement. They want to see Vic twerk.
No, man. No.
All of you interested in seeing Victor twerk,
watch not
please
one.
Send it in. Write it in the chat room.
Not one vote.
I think
not one vote, man.
I
they
think
know better.
Some of them on the fence, but you know.
Okay. Right. You can
Good
say
for the broadcast.
You can say it if all you want to. All right, but hey, look. First of all, I believe there's going to be another fight, and I'm just going to be surprised at how Conor can continue this momentum, because I don't think people really care as much about his
Maybe he
losing.
can fight somebody he can win.
Dude,
That's all you got to do. Can he find somebody to win the fight?
they're going to probably go after somebody that in a rematch.
Yeah, he won fights before. He needs to fight. Okay, Conor, here's the thing. You go get some no-name person and then blow him up like he's really something. And then fight them.
Ridiculous.
Or else go fight a babe.
It's not going to be that, man.
Let's see if you can see that if you get your ass kicked, then it's all through.
I think it goes to the part where they said we see athletes.
Females are doing this now.
All the athletes tend to be around the same. And when you get somebody who acts out different, who says, I'm out of the box, that may be more entertaining for those who say, I'm not into boxing.
It might be more entertaining, just like it might be entertaining to watch him get his ass kicked.
Right. Okay.
Especially by a female boxer.
All right. I got you.
That's why I was saying that. Wouldn't that be cool? I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm leaving that one alone. All right, man. Let me get over here to some sports where people could say, hey, look, okay, the fun and games is over. Top 5 NFL teams up through week 6. We're not going to include the Green Bay San Francisco 49er Monday night football game tonight. Of course, I'm going to leave that alone. I have 5 teams here, and you can put them in any order you want, or you can remove or add a team. I put top to bottom Los Angeles Rams, New England Patriots, Kansas City Chiefs, Los Angeles Chargers, and Baltimore Ravens. Now, that's the choices I have. Next to that, their name in parentheses is the total yardage allowed defensively. Baltimore is number 2, of course.
They're out there ranked.
How they're ranked.
Numbers, not the total yardage.
Yeah, in other words, they're ranked. Baltimore is ranked 2 and least yardage allowed. Rams come up next at 15th in the league. Chargers, they're ranked 17th. New England 21st. Kansas City is last. So they were undefeated, but have the worst defense as it comes to allowing yardage per game. If you had to sit back and say, Mario, at what order would you put 1 through 5? What would be your selection? And you can add any team you want if the team that you feel should be in there.
No, to tell you the truth, I actually like the order that you have them here.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly the order I would put them.
Okay, L.A. Rams, New England Patriots, Kansas City Chiefs, L.A. Chargers, Baltimore Ravens. Okay, so that's the order you would go with. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
There's New Orleans, Drew Brees. Hard. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard. Can't go with Cincinnati. They just lost to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh now is at what?
See, what happens is between New Orleans and Dallas, right now, I have still both of them ranked underneath the Chargers.
Okay.
So it still would be a battle for them.
Right.
For your 5th spot.
Right.
You know, it would be a battle for that. Because they would still be under the Chargers.
Yeah.
So I was trying to think of who else.
The
Dallas
is just
Minnesota.
They're all barely over 500.
Yeah, again, everybody's coming in around behind the Chargers to me.
Chargers right now is considered, out of all the teams, that's moving up. Chargers, everybody's talking about because they still have not their best player on defense. And they say defense wins championships. So we're only at week 6. Baltimore, which they just literally, shut people down. I'm not sure if, they have that history. They don't fear New England. Who am I more impressed with out of this team? Well, L.A. Rams, not as impressed with what they did with Denver because Denver was on a 3-game losing streak. So I expected the Rams to go in and do a little bit better than expected, but they still undefeated. New England Patriots did what I thought they would do. Patrick Mahomes, I'll say this. You give away 2 interceptions. You make some bad throws. a couple of turnovers, some miscues, and you come out of there only losing the game by a field goal at the end, be scared of Kansas City because they're the worst defense. But if they keep the best record in the AFC, if they don't get challenged, that means the road is through Kansas City. And New England's not going to be the same New England coming to Kansas City. I'm way more impressed with Kansas City, what they did going into New England's home and being able to scare those fans into going, okay, this guy had not his greatest game, and they still took us to the edge. Were you impressed by it, or were you going, no, New England stepped up, they look like they're Super Bowl, but they gave up 40 points?
Well, see, the question is one versus the other, and that's why I like the position that you have it here.
Okay.
Okay, to me, one of the things I would say is that New England, as they have done in the past, seems to be getting stronger,
Right.
and better performances week by week. And because they have a history of doing that, to me, that is part to be, you have to kind of give it credit. If you want to say it's a march toward the Super Bowl, well, it is the beginning of their march.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is the beginning of their march. And they're looking more solid in some areas, even despite the 40 points.
Right.
In other words, watching the offense seemed better and more organized.
What we expected from them.
Yeah.
There's no surprise there. What I think the part that gets me is that their defense is not as good, but the whole AFC in general has not been that good. I mean, Pittsburgh is trying to find their legs. Cincinnati is who we thought they were. They're now basically going, hey, we got a couple of games in the loss column. Miami can't figure out, even though they just won. You really don't have too much. You have the usual suspects. Baltimore, who goes, well, we are who we are. So I don't know if the AFC is suffering from a letdown. And Jacksonville, let's not even talk about them. I think they just had it up to a certain level where they go, we can't keep playing defense to make up for the lack of our offense.
And I don't think that the statistics in and of themselves tell the story.
Right.
One thing about the Patriots game against Kansas City is that, to me, they gave young Mahomes a lot more of a problem
Yes.
in terms of pressure.
Yeah, which
And
is good
so
for him.
so when people talk about how well whether their defense is good or not good, in this instance, they seem to be giving him a lot of problem with pass rush. They were difficult to run against, too. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Some of the things were more limited than you would have thought, even though he was able to pull off some of those big plays.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the score.
Right.
I mean, so you can't argue with that. But even while you're watching it, there certainly didn't seem to be any dominance. Mm-hmm. And at least the first part, Mahomes was on the run.
Yes.
Because they were on his butt.
They were throwing something at him he hasn't seen before, which I thought was good. I'm glad he went through it, because then he knows what to expect from probably the best scheming team against quarterbacks in the AFC. So I think he'll come away with confidence in going, wow, don't give New England 2 turnovers. Don't give them 2 interceptions. And you can still hand them that and still come out ahead. All right, going to go to a quick, what I call the Rookie Quarterback Challenge watch. We're going to do this throughout the season until we get to a point where we say none of the rookies are leading their team to a possible playoff berth. And right now, we have Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, and Josh Rosen. Right now, Sam Darnold is probably the best right now because New York Jets at 3-3. His quarterback rating is 83.7. Everybody else took a loss. Baker Mayfield is down to 72.8. Josh Allen, Buffalo at 61.8. And Josh Rosen, Arizona at 75.5. I still have made the selection from last week that I believe New York will probably squeeze in. Mario made the selection. None of them are getting in. Still hold to that, man? None of the rookie quarterbacks are leading any team to the playoffs. I've already picked New York. They're at 500 right now. You can stay with.
Yeah, you picked the Jets.
Yeah, I picked New York Jets. Remember, you said none.
No.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Cool.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. All right.
Pity the playoffs.
Thank you. See, it's that simple. So it's
Man,
just.
it doesn't look good for these people. I mean, they're doing reasonably well to me as rookies.
Right.
You know, in the old days, they didn't throw you in there like that.
Right.
Nowadays, they do. So I don't expect them to do marvelous. And it's a faster game. It's a different game. So
Yeah.
I give them credit for the adjustments they've made.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go to the segment called I Say the Name, and Mario, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? So, it's real simple. Blake Bortles.
Loss.
You just say loss? Just say loss. That's it. All right. Next name, Patrick Mahomes.
Win next time.
Nice. That's a good response. Todd Gurley.
Keep on winning.
Dallas Cowboys.
Roll of the dice.
Oh, okay. So, not impressed with how they put that whoop ass on Jacksonville? I mean, they would. Not impressed. Because Jacksonville was already giving up a lot.
Yeah, Jacksonville.
Okay.
They lost Calais Campbell.
Yeah, you hit it.
Yeah, no.
None. It's week 6. Okay, honorable mentions. I'm doing a quick honorable mention. Want to turn around and say, National Prep top-ranked teams clash. Both in the same backyard. Nationally, 1, Mater Dei. St. John Bosco, 2. St. John Bosco put some whoop ass, 41-18. They will go ahead and be at the top of the national rankings. We want to give props out to them. The National League Championship Series and the American League Championship Series is tied 1-1. And also want to sit back and say NBA season is ready to launch. Which game are you going to watch tomorrow? Philly versus Boston or OKC versus the Warriors? Who's your...
Are they on at the same time?
No. You know the Eastern Conference game.
I was going to say watch...
Which one are you looking forward to?
Okay. I would probably say Philly versus Boston.
Oh, okay. All right. I want to see the Thunder minus Carmelo and see what they've done to make up for his position. And I'm probably looking at that more than anything else. But you're right. Both games are good. All right, you guys, I'm out. Done. Till next time. We'll do something else. Right? Okay.
All right, everybody.
Cool.
Victor Allen's
Time to go.
New Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Victor Allen's New Sports, his unique fan base view of sports. A recurring segment here weekly at the Morning Coffee Show. Tune in to be part of the talk, the conversation. Remember to dress appropriately. Sports bras and jock straps. Bring your own foot powder. Be ready to break a sweat. That's how we do it.